Welcome to the Fourth and Fast Break podcast. I'm your humble, delighted, and always blessed host, Joshua McCain. And on today's Wednesday, July the 22nd edition of the Fourth and Fast Break podcast, I'll be coming with my second version of rankings this season in the NFL, and it will be skill players. So instead of just running backs separately, receivers separately, and tight ends separately, I just put the 10 best skill players, in my opinion, coming up for this upcoming season. And I'll start off here with our honorable mentions, which Nico Collins, wide receiver from the Texans, just missed out. Jonathan Taylor, running back from the Colts, just missed out. CeeDee Lamb, wide receiver from the Dallas Cowboys, he just missed out. Derrick Henry from the Baltimore Ravens, just missed out. And Amon-Ra St. Brown from the Detroit Lions, just missed out on the list. I'm going to start out here, number 10 today. Have James Cook, running back from the Buffalo Bills. James Cook had 1,621 yards, 12 touchdowns this past season. He has become a big-time target out of the backfield as well for Josh Allen. And like I said in previous episodes, Josh Allen does not have to be the Superman savior for the offense, passing and running. Now you have James Cook, who is coming to his own. And so now it has brought a different dimension to this offense, and I expect James Cook to get even better and this offense to be able to hum even better than it had it's been. Our number 9 guy, Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers this past season wasn't as good as it was his rookie year. He has 64 catches, 680 yards, and 7 touchdowns in 12 games played. So even over the whole year, if he plays a full 17-game slate, those numbers from his rookie year to his second year in 25 this past year looks even better. And I think going into this year, he is one of the top tier guys at skill position. Now, he's already the best tight end in the league, which we all expected because him coming out being a top 5 pick, you expect that guy by year 3 to be in the top, few of tight ends, especially if you pick a tight end that early. And he has become the offense for the Raiders the past 2 seasons with really horrid QB play the past 2 years. He has been the main bright spot for the Raiders. At number 8, I have De'Von Achane. Now, De'Von Achane had 1,350 yards rushing, 8 touchdowns this past year on the ground. He had 67 receptions, and he had 4 touchdowns receiving. He has become a target out the backfield, not just running, but receiving as well. He is now the number 1 offensive player for the Dolphins. No more Jalen Waddle. Tua's gone, and Tyreek Hill is gone. No Darren Waller as well. He is the number 1 guy for the Dolphins. The defense will be saying, hey, we have to stop De'Von Achane, and he's that good. I think his numbers are still going to be really good because he's a really fast player. He's physical. He's a guy that can run routes out the backfield. So that's why I have him at number 8. At number 7, running back from the San Francisco 49ers, Christian McCaffrey. A lot of people would say it's a little low. Christian McCaffrey had 1,202 rushing yards, 10 touchdowns, 102 receptions, 924 yards receiving, and 17 touchdowns in all. He's a big-time scrimmage guy. He had over 2,000 yards from scrimmage this past season. He has to be that for San Francisco because San Francisco dealt with some injuries from George Kittle this past season. No Brandon Ayuk this past season. Pearsall is still trying to come along, which was his second year, going to his third year now. And Jauan Jennings is a guy that was a little bit banged up last season, and he's really a number 2, number 3 type of receiver. So Christian McCaffrey, the numbers suggest, that he has to be that type of player for them, and he could still do that even going into a year, I want to say this is year 9, but he is still a top 10 skill player, in my opinion. At number 6, we have Jackson Smith-Njigba. Jackson Smith-Njigba come off 119 receptions, 1,793 yards, and 10 touchdowns. He had a phenomenal season last year, coming off for 100-plus catches in 2024 with DK Metcalf on the other side of him. And then DK Metcalf gets traded to the Steelers, and then he becomes the bona fide number one. And he is a bona fide number one. He is one of the best receivers in the game of football right now. He is big time target. He catches everything that gets close to his hands. We saw this in that Rose Bowl game back in his sophomore season, where he had over 300 yards receiving at Ohio State. We expected this, and he has lived up to expectations. I think he's really, some would say he's exceeded some expectations already, going into year number, 4 now. Now, our next guy will be Bijan Robinson, running back from the Atlanta Falcons. Bijan Robinson had 1,478 yards rushing, 7 touchdowns, and he had 79 catches out the backfield, 820 yards with 4 touchdowns. Bijan Robinson has become what I expected him to be out of Texas. He came, and a lot of people would say he was one of the more hyped running backs since Reggie Bush when he went into Texas, wore number 5 for Reggie Bush, and it looked very much Reggie Bush-ish at Texas. And since he's been in Atlanta, he has really, really become a big-time factor for the Atlanta Falcons in that offense, helping bring along, because now you have a quarterback competition, Michael Penix and Tua Tagovailoa. One thing they both, whoever starts, one thing they can both know, like, I have Bijan Robinson I can hand the ball off to, or I can throw it to him out the backfield. He is a big-time guy. He's a big-time skill player, and he's going to continue to get better, in my opinion, and that's why I had him right here at number 5. At number 4, the guy's coming off of not even somewhat of a down year. It was a down year. He barely got 1,000 yards receiving, but he had some bad quarterback situation. That's Justin Jefferson. He had 84 receptions for 1,048 yards and only 2 touchdowns, but he had 141 targets this past season. So that lets me know that Justin Jefferson is still getting open, and they're still looking for him. However, the 2 quarterbacks they had playing this past season, well, they ended up playing 3, they could not give him the ball accurately. They threw it to him. It just did not hit his hands. And that is why his numbers, in my opinion, look so bad, because 84 receptions, 141 targets. If you had a quarterback that could give him the ball, that's, in my opinion, that's easily 98 to 110 catches, accurate quarterback. I would even say 100 to 110 catches from the accurate quarterback, and probably 1,100 to 1,200 yards, and more than 2 touchdowns. But this past season was really, really frustrating for Justin Jefferson. But now Kyler Murray coming in, don't know who's going to win the quarterback battle. However, I think Kyler Murray has someone to one up, because one, he's younger. Well, not younger. He's new to the system, and he's older, and he has experience, playing in the league and being, a really good quarterback in the league. And of course, J.J. McCarthy, his 2 years he's been there, he has not shown that he can be even an average quarterback, because last 2 years that he's played, last year he played more, than he did in 24 because he got hurt, was very bad. It was not even below it. It was bad. It was really bad. Our number 3 guy on my list, from the Detroit Lions, Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs had 1,223 rushing yards, 13 touchdowns. He had 77 receptions for 616 yards receiving, and he had 5 touchdowns receiving as well. Jahmyr Gibbs is, he was the Sonic. It was him and David Montgomery, Sonic and Knuckles. No more Knuckles, there's only now Sonic. Isaiah Pacheco is now with them, but I think he's going to even get a greater workload, because I think David Montgomery is way better than Isaiah Pacheco. But Jahmyr Gibbs is a threat everywhere. They put him in so many different spots. They line him up on the outside. They motion him in. He gets jet sweeps. He runs routes down the field. Just get the ball in his hands, and he is so good with it. He's a guy that's he's a guy that's, if he has the ball in his hand, he's in the open space. You're not getting him down, with just one guy. There is no just one guy taking him down. You have to gang tackle on him, or he's going to make your one corner or your one linebacker or your one safety, especially your one defensive lineman, look absolutely silly. And at number 2 spot, my 1 and 2 rankings right here at number 2, I have Puka Nacua, coming off 129 catches, 1,715 yards receiving, and 10 touchdowns. Puka Nacua has been a catch machine since he got in the league in 2023. He's caught 129 catches, had the most catches in the league last season. And Puka is, I always say, how is he getting open? Like, how is he always so open? And he's a really good route runner, but he's not the guy that, he's not even like the Davante Adams off the line guy. I think Davante Adams has better, he's better off the line than something that I would say Puka is. Puka is, but he's just so consistent. He has good leverage. He's not the fastest guy, but he stacks really well down the field. Puka Nacua is just really, really good, and hopefully, he did go and had some stuff off the field, things going on. So hopefully he's level-headed back now, and he's ready to play for another year, because clearly whatever he had going on off the field has not affected him his first 3 seasons. And then our number 1 guy, and I thought this was fairly easy, is Ja'Marr Chase from the Cincinnati Bengals. 125 catches this past season, 1,412 yards, and 8 touchdowns. And that's with Jake Browning and Joe Flacco playing a lot, if not majority, of the games at quarterback. He's QB proof. Ja'Marr Chase has proved it. It doesn't matter who quarterback's back there. He's going to get his numbers. He's going to be open. And as long as you can somehow just find a way to give him the ball, he's going to make things happen. He is, in my opinion, the best receiver with the ball in his hands, best yak guy, yards after catch guy in the league, bar none. And he's a generational talent. We knew that coming out of LSU. That's why I had no problem with him sitting out the 2020 season, during the COVID year, when guys, some guys would say, well, I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to get COVID and, or improve my draft. Well, not improve my draft stock, but get ready for the NFL draft. And I had no problem when he said, I'm not going to do it. He made the right decision, because LSU was not even good that season. But Ja'Marr Chase, he is just, in my opinion, the best skill player, whether it's receiver, tight end, or running back. It does not matter. Ja'Marr Chase, dominant football player. So that is my list. Comment down if you have it differently, if you have any other skill players in there. And we will be back Friday with another edition of the Fourth and Fast Break podcast. But until then, take care of yourselves and each other.